Good morning. This is the podcast.
Good afternoon.
This is the podcast. Good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam. I say it like
We did Alice and
365
I did
times.
Alice in Wonderland in 1951, directed by Hamilton. Alice. There's 3 directors. They're all boring Disney executives. One of them's named Clyde, and the other is named Wilfred Jackson, I think.
It was Walt Disney himself.
The film was an hour and 20 minutes long. A bunch of nonsense and hoopla, to be honest with you.
No, that's not true. Can I talk about the cool things, or do you have to do it?
You can go for the talk about the author. It was because it was based off
Okay.
in the book in 1930.
Okay. The book was written in 1933 by some nice English lady. And she had
whose name is. Put it in.
Yeah, put it in.
Okay.
She had a disease. It's called Little Big Syndrome, right?
It is called Little Big Syndrome. Now it's called dubbed Alice in Wonderland Syndrome. Everywhere I looked.
Her brain was messed up, and things were big and small when they really shouldn't be, because that's not how it really is. But she thought things were big and small, and there's a lot of play with perspective in that movie. Alice's whole thing is she wants to be big because she got shrunk down, and she wants to be big again.
She's trying to get back to her OG size.
Yeah, but she's actually tripping.
Extensions.
Spoiler: she's actually tripping balls the whole time.
That is what ends up happening. It was like a loop. And were they talking about reflecting on the film? Were they talking about? Did she say the same thing she said at the end at the beginning when she woke up?
What?
Didn't it start how it ended?
No. Well, yes, technically, she was being taught a lesson by some lady at a tree, and then she fell asleep at the tree.
And then she woke up, same shit.
But in her, in her delusion, she was going down a rabbit hole. And she was trying to chase this rabbit, and then she got shrunk down in the weird LSD world.
She did, because of the author's The Little Big Syndrome.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's an allegory for LSD, but it's really not. It's about.
I thought it was a mushroom stuff for the longest time.
Same psychedelic nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually about Little Big Syndrome.
But
we keep calling it but that's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's called Little Big Syndrome.
Yeah, it's called. It's called large, small.
Large something.
More or less.
A lot of the film was filled with just nonsensical stuff, and I read the Wikipedia, and Walt Disney said the same thing. He said he said the film had no sense.
He's lame.
But I feel like that's what I feel like more Disney films, they're not about linear storytelling anymore. They're just kind of doing goofy stuff, aren't they? I can't give you any examples. I don't watch the movies.
I think, well, yeah, like more recent Disney films are very linear. It's there's each song is a set piece. I think Encanto or whatever. It's everybody has a song, and it's it's boring. But I keep wanting to say Alice in Chains. That's a band, not a song.
Yes,
not a movie. Check this out. What was I saying?
You were going on about Alice in Wonderland.
I haven't read the book, but I think the segments of the songs, and it's just so much cooler than modern day Disney, because like I said, everything's so linear, and there's set pieces to progress to the next scene, but Tweedledee and Tweedledum come out of nowhere and stop Alice, and then start telling her a story about this walrus, about cabbages and kings, and after that, the song is done, it just ends, and then everybody leaves. It's that's it leaves you wondering what the hell was that for? Why did we? That was 4 minutes. Not even. That was 5 minutes of a song that has no apparent relation to anything else, and that's so much cooler than modern day films.
I feel like that's comparable. It kind of just reminded me of The Wizard of Oz.
I've never seen it.
It's just a bunch of little, I don't know. It adds up to a big story, kind of. Like in
No,
the end,
I-
like in Alice in Wonderland, it kind of adds up to the end where like the characters come back, sort of. But I mean, Wizard of Oz, it's just like a bunch of little segments of the songs, and then they go through.
Well, you can like the Mad Hatter.
Like she
you
just
can,
meets a
you
bunch
can,
of people.
You can think about that because she wants to go see the Queen to help her get back to her normal size.
Yeah, that's
And
kind
then,
of what I
and
mean.
then at the end, like
There's
everybody
comparisons.
comes back, but like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they don't come back. The Walrus, he doesn't come back. The Caterpillar.
Well, those are like Family Guy bits. Not Tweedledee, but like
What are
the
you talking
Walrus.
about?
Like they come, those are like out of the story completely. They're just like little. They're
It
kind
was
of
like-
like little
it was like-
music videos.
It was like 12 minutes into the
The
movie.
walrus thing, yeah. But
Yeah.
You, I never expected Alice to meet the walrus. Like that was just like a separate, or like meet the oysters.
Meet the Robinsons.
We should have done that.
We should have meet the Robinsons.
But I get what I get. The characters don't come back.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like little vignettes about nonsense,
I did like it.
and that's what modern day filmmaking needs to bring back more of.
Was it
Nonsense.
goofiness and silliness
Yeah,
and whimsy?
I hate that word.
Another Alice in Wonderland thing. What else?
Its effect on the idea of psychotropic drugs.
Its effect on the idea of taking. I
Of
think
psychedelic and psychotropic drugs.
yeah, I think people. What do you mean? Like people go to the movies and they see it, and they want to try drugs. What
No,
are you telling me?
but
What you getting at?
like the song White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane, that was like a big
Oh yeah.
that was written because of the LSD, craze in the 70s. And I think I want to say there was like I can't think of, I'm almost positive there was, but like there was like slang words for like LSD based off of Alice in Wonderland.
for sure.
I'm so serious right now. You can keep this in. And it was very popular in the 70s because the movie came out in what, 55, something like that.
Yeah,
56,
51.
51. And I mean, it was the people that were doing that in the 70s. That movie was kind of like their jam. They kind of like, that was like their thing that time. It just came out when they were born. So
Yeah.
that the fun colors and the caterpillar smoking the hookah, it's like it all kind of like melds into the 70s zeitgeist of the hippie movement and drugs and music.
That's kind of I like the idea that it came in the generation of people that did that, and because it was at the kind of their birth. It's
Yeah.
like how we like mess with like Yo Gabba Gabba because we were
Yeah.
born with it, and like 20 years
Except
later,
without the drugs.
if Yo Gabba Gabba, if we found out was like a heroin icon, we'd be like, hell yeah, bro. You know what I mean? We all
Yo
did
Gabba Gabba
heroin.
was an allegory for heroin use.
Yeah, we all do heroin because Yo Gabba Gabba was in
It's
her blood.
fentanyl.
Yeah.
The idea of Alice in Wonderland has always been like a popular thing.
Yeah.
I think that's
Um,
pretty cool because it's so nothing like any other movie, and every other movie like that is compared to
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland. It's kind of like, this guy knows what I'm talking about. Not you. It's kind of like a Dante's Divine Comedy. Yeah, it's kind of that meme.
Everyone in the 70s was doing weird, incoherent, psychedelic shit.
Apparently in the 50s too, and 30s.
Yeah, I guess. But all the artistic stuff was in the 70s, and I feel like Alice in Wonderland fits into that.
Yeah, like I said, it's always been a popular thing. It's always been a cool idea.
I like the character. Most of them were
I
funny.
like the Walrus song. That's my favorite part of the
I know
movie.
you like the Walrus song. The Carpenter was funny, and I like the idea of the.
Yeah. There's nothing really else except the Walrus song that's kind of like a vignette. But I mean, all the like characters she meets, she's like, it's all centered around Alice, but like Alice doesn't change throughout the story. Her change is that she gets small and then she gets big again. Not even she wakes up. It's all centered around her, but like you're not focusing on Alice because Alice her character doesn't change. There's no visual changes there
Yeah,
because everything
she's the
else is so
focus.
weird.
She's the straight man.
Yeah, she's
playing-
the straight man of her own story. Exactly.
A lot of that stuff, I feel like it also didn't have to. I mean, it was Disney. There was like a standard of like storytelling and stuff, but it also was off kind of. I mean, like that early animation stuff where it wasn't even about a story. It was just like, well, guys, like we got a picture on the screen.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It's all
There's
it's all
some-
weird ideas.
There's some goofy things going on there. It doesn't even matter what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright. Cute visuals. Do you have any visuals you really liked? I really enjoyed. I'm gonna go first. I really enjoyed the caterpillar and his vowels.
Bro,
Not.
No, he said, that's what he would say, and he would do the
Yeah, it's goofy.
hookah.
I did mess with him. I liked that there was just a hookah in the pamphlet. You can't do that anymore. Kind of. Can't really do that
I don't
anymore.
think people do hookah anymore.
It's around. Matters.
I really like the beginning in the huge
Room.
room. I think it's really
Was that
cool.
watercolor?
The whole movie is watercolor.
Oh yeah.
Because you can tell with those like old Disney movies, like you can tell what's going to move because it's not in watercolor. It's in like actual animation. Anyway, that big room. It's like it sets the scene for the whole movie. I think because that's the first like she's going down the rabbit hole and then she ends up in the big room, and it's dark. It's scary. It's like a strange. It's like a strange, just like
sick.
stagnant
There's water in there.
pattern, and then she drinks the whatever, and then she gets small, and the room stays the same. And I think that's really cool. Like you can't tell that she's gotten smaller because the door that she winds up trying to go out of, it's still small, and I just think that's a good cool thing. And then it starts filling up with water, and then suddenly everybody's outside. Just doesn't make sense. And then the Walrus song plays.
The blowout song gonna play. I mean, what's after that? What's the cohesive meeting of characters and all? What's first?
It's so influential in pop culture.
It also made me think when we were talking about rabbit hole, like jumping
like-
down the rabbit hole.
That's where
That's Alice
You
in
just
Wonderland.
got that.
You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, but I mean, I don't really think brings it up because it's just common sense. For accessibility and rewatchability, and
its effect on pop culture as a whole.
yes, that too. And for anyone with Little Big Syndrome, this movie's a 10. Probably like a 10 or
That would probably freak him out.
10 or like out of like 14.5. 10 out of 14.5. Alright, is that good?
Yeah.
Scoop for the road.